It always amazes me how quickly the word liar comes out when people write to me. May I suggest this is extremely presumptuous on your part to presume that I am lying. Some of the most profound evidence comes from the fossil record itself of what sure appear to be human and dinosaur footprints together.
I've just been reading a book called Quest for the African Dinosaurs by Louis Jacobs. He used to be president of the Society of Vertebrate Paleontology. He said there is another related bit of science fiction, or rather pseudoscience, that is as equally untenable as living sauropods in Africa. It is the search for human fossils associated with dinosaur fossils. In this part of Texas, the Paluxy River flows through 111 million-year-old rocks. The rocks at Glen Rose represents the remnants of old shorelines and mud flaps from a time when the oceans covered much of what is now Texas. Dinosaur footprints, four-footed sauropods, strong-clawed three-toed theropods, and blunt bird-foot ornithopods crisscross the ancient flats. During the Depression and after, a few of the local residents attempted to sell prints to bring in some scarce cash. Digging up dinosaur footprints is tough work. Apparently, some ingenious entrepreneur decided it would be easier to carve new footprints in stone rather than dig up old ones. The prints they chose to carve were in the shape of human feet. That's interesting.
Dr. Louis Jacobs was the former president of the Society for Vertebrate Paleontology.
That's a coincidence, Ian.
He stated in his book, Quest for the African Dinosaurs,
Spooky, Ian.
the co-occurrence of men and dinosaurs would dispel an Earth with vast antiquity. The entire history of creation, including the Day of Rest, could be accommodated in the 7 biblical days of the Genesis myth. Evolution would be vanquished. In other words, if men and dinosaurs lived together, it would mean 3 things.
What 3 things, Ian?
The Earth was young, on the order of 6,000 years old.
You're misquoting him, Ian, but so what? If I caught an alien making a crop circle, it would mean that aliens made crop circles. But I haven't, and they don't. What is your point?
The biblical account of creation would be correct.
No, Ian, he simply says that, theoretically, you could collapse everything down into 7 biblical days. He doesn't say the biblical creation myth would be correct. He calls it a myth for a reason, Ian.
Evolution would be incorrect. Now, he said it, not me. I'm just agreeing with him.
No, Ian, what you're doing is misquoting him and lying about what he said. So let's see what he actually said from the book. Believers in the association of dinosaur and human footprints reject virtually all intelligent explanation, and professional paleontologists, understandably, do not generally address the issue. If their time was spent continually dousing such frivolous backfires, legitimate research questions would go unaddressed. There is a tremendous body of knowledge testifying as to why the creationists are wrong on this issue. Libraries are full of it. Most of all, what has been discussed in this book disproves it, and the rest is not relevant to the issue. Most creationists just simply choose to remain overzealous, unaware, uninformed, or purposely deceitful. There is no excuse for such shabby, innumerate logic when the problems the world faces require deliberate, considered, and reasoned solutions. I think he said that very well, Ian. And I'm assuming you read the book to carefully quote mine it. You're a liar and a fraud, Ian. And you've been caught yet again.